A 60-second press-up test is where an individual raises and drops their body using their arms, while simultaneously supporting their entire body weight. The individual does this whilst getting timed for 1 minute. However, the individual can stop once they feel their arms have reached exhaustion. The individual participating in the test is observed by someone who records each correctly performed press-up, which can be either a regular press-up or a modified one. This number is then compared to normative data to see whether their performance is poor, fair, average, good, or excellent. A press-up test is pretty significant as it can test one's level of muscular endurance in their biceps and triceps. Muscular endurance is a key component of fitness required in many sports, such as tennis, basketball, and boxing, as they require consistent use of the arms. In addition to this, if one relies on muscular endurance of their arms during their sporting performance and the test determines they have poor levels of it, specific training methods such as resistance training can be appropriated to develop it and therefore result in performance improvements. As you can see, the test begins once the participants are counted in. Step 1. Plant your hands into the ground with your fingers spread, as this creates a torque which develops tension in the arms and upper back, allowing a solid upper body to be maintained. Step 2. Before the downwards phase of the press-up is performed, your neck must be aligned with your spine, creating an angle between the floor and the body of approximately 45 degrees, as this prevents injury. This can be achieved by looking at a spot on the floor approximately 6 inches in front of your fingers. Step 3. During the downwards phase, also known as the eccentric phase, keep your feet together and flex your arms, lowering your head closer to the ground. At the elbow, a flexion angle of approximately 90 degrees shall be achieved for the press-up to be successful. Step 4. You need to extend your arms fully until the neck is realigned with your spine. A press-up is achieved by the antagonistic muscle action of the biceps and triceps, the downward phase being achieved by the agonistic muscle, the bicep, flexing, and the antagonistic muscle, the tricep, lengthening, and the upward phase being achieved by the agonistic muscle, the tricep, extending, and the antagonistic muscle, the bicep, relaxing. This clip shows both participants performing the press-ups incorrectly, both with bad form. This clip, on the other hand, shows a clear difference between a well-performed press-up with good form and arm flexion to extension and a badly performed press-up with incomplete arm flexion to extension. This table shows the number of correct press-ups performed by each participant. As both participants are 20 years old, this means that their performance can be classified as fair, using the data from 2000 presented in the previous slide. Also, both participants reached exhaustion before the end of the 60-second time frame. However, participant A was closer to the average for 20 to 29-year-olds than participant B by 6 press-ups, and there are many reasons why this could be the case. There are many factors that will affect one's performance in the 60-second press-up test. Most of these are lifestyle choices. For example, eating. One with a bad diet will be more likely to perform worse. Secondly, smoking. One who smokes will also be likely to perform worse in the press-up test. However, one who participates in exercise regularly will be likely to perform very well in the 60-second press-up test. However, it is not just one's lifestyle choices that impacts their performance. It could also be their genetics, as genetics somewhat determine our somatotypes.